Hello, welcome to the Mark Junod Show, the cybersecurity show. In this video, I'm going to talk about how you can build the smallest ESP32 drone that you can fly with your phone. It's a small thing, but don't watch people's eyes and heads, man. You can't just be out here just riding. Let's have some fun. Without further ado, let's get right into it. We're going dark. So there are some components that you must consider in order to build this device, right? Now, here's a step-by-step guide to create your own ESP32 based mini drone. The components are the ESP32 microcontroller, preferably a compact version like the Zao ESP32S3. You have the MPU6050 IMU, that's the inertial measurement unit. 4x coreless motors, right? The 8mm shaft, the 4x motor drivers like the SI2302 MOSFETs. LiPo battery propellers, right? The GemFan tri-bladed props for 8mm shaft motors. A frame like the 3D printed or made from lightweight materials like PVC. PCB for mounting components. Now, in regards to assembly, design and 3D print the drone frame approximately 50mm in size or create one using the lightweight materials like PVC. Design a PCB that incorporates the ESP32, MPU6050, motor drivers, and other necessary components. Solder the components onto the PCB, including the ESP32, MPU6050, motor drivers, and power management circuits, right? Attach the motors to the frame, ensuring they are securely mounted. Connect the motors to the motor drivers on the PCB. Install the propellers on the motors, making sure they are oriented correctly for proper airflow. Attach the PCB to the frame, ensuring it's centered and balanced. Connect the battery to the power management circuit on the PCB. Now, in regards to programming, use the ESP-IDF, that's the Expressive IoT Development Framework, or Arduino IDE to program the ESP32. Implement flight control algorithms, including the PID, that's the proportional integral derivative, right? Controllers for stability. Develop or use existing libraries for interfacing with the MPU for orientation sensing. Create a Wi-Fi access point on the ESP32 for remote control. Develop a smartphone app like Android or iOS for controlling the drone. Now, in regards to testing and calibration, place the drone on a level surface and power it on. Perform initial motor tests to ensure all motors are spinning in the correct direction. Calibrate the IMU to establish a level reference. Gradually increase motor's power to test liftoff and stability. Fine-tune PID parameters for improved flight performance. Now, there are some safety considerations, right? Always fly in open areas away from people and obstacles. Use propeller guards to prevent injuries during testing. Follow local regulations regarding drone operation. Now, building a small ESP32 based drone requires patience and iterative improvements. So start with basic hovering capabilities and gradually add more advanced features like position hold or autonomous flight modes. Now, there are some common issues that are faced with building the ESP32 drone, and you also can fix it, right? Some issues that you may run into is the connectivity issues, so Wi-Fi disconnection. The ESP32 may glitch and disconnect from Wi-Fi during operation. So the solution to that is ensure stable power supply and proper grounding. Consider using a separate power source for the ESP32 and motors. We have upload failures is next, so difficulty in uploading new sketches in the ESP32. Now the solution is hold down the boot button while uploading, releasing it after seeing the connecting message. For a permanent fix, consider modifying the board's auto reset circuit. There are some hardware problems that you may face too, right? Like the motor control. So motors running unexpectedly or not responding properly, right? The solution is check MOSFET connections, ensure proper grounding, and verify PWM signal integrity. In regards to PCB issues, ESP32 not recognized when mounted on a custom PCB. The solution is verify PCB design, especially power and ground connections. So ensure proper isolation between digital and analog sections. Now, another one is the camera integration. So errors like detected camera not supported, the solution is use 5V power for the ESP32 cam module instead of 3.3V. Ensure proper camera module compatibility. Now, software and performance issues like flight stability, difficulty achieving stable horizontal leveling, right? The solutions is balance propellers to reduce IMU sensor noise, use ESP32's hardware PWM for precise motor control. You have, there's optimized complementary filter coefficients, right? Like the 0.999 for gyroscope and 0.001 for the accelerometer, right? Consider frame rigidity and redesign if necessary. Now, in regards to the position hold, challenges in maintaining a stable position. Now, the solutions are implement computer vision techniques using a bottom-mounted camera. Experiment with GPS for outdoor use. The results may vary, right? Now, in regards to processing power, concerns about ESP32's capability for flight control. The solution is optimize code and utilize ESP32's dual-core architecture for parallel processing of flight control and communication tasks, right? So be safe, have fun, build this device. Let me know how the experience went in the comment section below. That's what I have here today. Please take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button and the like button. If you gained value from this video, you liked it, you're gonna try it, you're excited about it, you're educated and entertained, hit that subscribe button and the like button right now. See you on the next video.